Setting up the SRX1200M2 manual data logger for first time use and 2 frequencies. First off, you got to log on. This will be your screen and say none, user none, offline, and mode would be idle. If it says monitor, then just hit end escape, the highlighted button there. So first off, I'm going to log on, and then I'll use the default password. And now it says Keypad online. To set up my channels and my scan time and my antenna gains, go to code log and 1 for scan setup. Number 1 is selecting a configuration. If you make multiple configurations, this is where you select it. I'll press it just so that you can view it. It'll just give a number 1 to 8. Right now the active configuration is 1. You can see it in this parenthesis. To get out and go back to that menu, the previous menu, just hit end escape 1 time. Press 2 for scan settings, and 1 for parameters, and 1 for scan time. And this will just set up the time that you'll be on each of your frequencies. And this is 10 seconds now. I have 5.5 second tags, so I'm going to just make the burst interval 6 seconds. So I just type in 0.6 decimal 0, and it'll give me a scan time. Total scan time represents something used for data loggers. You won't require it with your manual tracker. Hit end escape to jump back up into the previous menu, and you can select 2 for options. Number 1 is timeout on acquisition. It's not required. Continuous record timeout with a manual tracker, you will not require that. But GPS, you can set your GPS for time and positions. So press 3. Make sure you get your clock synced up. So press 1, and then 1 again for enable, and then 2 for position, and 1 for enable. Now hit end escape to go to the previous menu, and then 1 more time to go up to the main menu. Now we're going to see these greater than signs. That means there's more menu items. So we hit enter to get to those extended memories. 3 site code, generally used with data loggers. So we're going to go back, and then we're going to jump up a menu, end escape. And here's those greater signs then. We're going to set up our frequencies next. So press enter. Go to 3. Frequency and channels. It says there's 2, and we're going to get rid of those 2. We're just going to go there, and we'll just go 1 for delete, and you have to press 7 to get rid of it, and 1 for delete the next channel, and 7 to get rid of it. Okay, and now you see in these parentheses where my cursor is that it says 0. We have no frequencies on board, so we're going to go 1 for add. I have tags on 150, 680, and I select now ID only. It's coded tag, and I'm on low tech 3, so I'll just select 1 for low tech 3. And now I'm going to add another channel, and it's 150.300. And it also is an ID only. So I'm going to press 2, and I'm going to select the low tech 3 again. Alright, so now I've got 2 coded channels, and now I'm going to have to make a scan time. So I end escape, jump up that 1 level. I'm going to hit the enter key again, and we're going to go 4 for antennas. And there's only a main on a manual tracker. So number 1 for main and 1 for set gain. And inside this it says 20. I'm going to jump it up to 50 because I'm going out in the field. You can go 60, sometimes 70. It depends how much noise you have in the background of your area. Okay, so I'm now set for 50, and I'm going to jump up. And 1 more time. And now there is other parameters here, so I'm going to go over to the right. If you have sensor tags, you can set up sensors. If you you have any filters, like you want to get a specific code, you're going to have to connect up to your computer to do ID filters, but pulse width filters and echo filters are available. So pulse filters, number 1. Noise threshold, that's a default setting. So I see the greater than signs. Echo limit, also default and used only with acoustic tags. Pulse width filter, we can see if it's enabled or disabled. It's disabled. Okay, so we jump back up to that previous menu item, and we're gonna go signal strength deviation, also not needed in coded. So let's just see if it's disabled, and here in the parentheses it says it's disabled. So just to, if you needed to enable or disable it, you could just press 1 and then just make sure it's disabled. Just press 2 for disable. Now I'm going to jump back up, and one more time. ID filters, as I had mentioned before, they have to be done when you hook up to the computer because of the complexity of the actual filter itself. You can choose code sets, especially if they're sensor types, like 3, 4. There's many choices, so that's why they've decided that only using computer to do it would be the best bet. And now I'm going to jump back up 2 times, and now I'm going to press start, and we should be monitoring for the tags on the various frequencies, and it should be switching every 6 seconds between the channels. As you can see there, that's 6 seconds. As you just saw there, it's a tag that went off on channel 15680, and once again did it. Tag ID was 53. You see how fast that is? Well, you can just press the setup key here, and you'll see monitor pause. That's MNP. So now you see 250. That's the max signal strength, by the way. Gain is high. I'm in an office, and the ID number is 53. But as you notice now, we've paused the channel only on this frequency, and now using the signal strength, you can get closer and closer to your tag. Generally speaking, it'll pick it up, I say somewhere around 30 to 50 signal strength, and just leave your gain set the same way and just walk towards the highest signal strength when you're scanning with your antenna. And that's how you set up 2 channels on a manual tracker. There is also available, to save you some effort of having to write all these IDs down in a book, you can also hit the info key here, and you'll see this change to QRC. What it will do is record this ID, the time it arrived, its signal strength. So if you're out tracking, you paused on a channel, it'll record for about 30 to 120 seconds. So I believe mine's only set for, I think, 30 seconds. So after 30 seconds, that'll switch back to MON. And we'll just show it so that we can see it. It might be set for a little longer, but oh, there we go. So it was about 30 seconds, and now I'm back. Monitor pause, and to unpause it, just hit the setup key again, and it goes back into monitor. And that's how you set up and record quick records on your manual tracker.